my ends low, how you feel though? Cause they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust him cause he not my cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures, just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn.
It's week 5 of the NFL. And coming up, it's L'Jarius Sneed. He got the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions. It's the Chiefs and the Jags, and it's coming up next.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, everybody loves to see the deep ball. We know that. We got a couple of quarterbacks here who can really sling it. Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs, Trevor Lawrence of the Jags.
I like your point there, partner, because it is back in vogue. And what I mean is taking the shots downfield, because for a long time in this league, it was all about precision passing, the West Coast offense. But now we've got a couple of guys here who'll take some shots downfield, and they have some receivers who can go get.
Early on in the game, first quarter. Let's see how this defense does on this drive.
Way to go.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 23 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Now Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Lawrence. Throw over the middle, pulled in here by Farrell. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing,
touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. Their work. We are in the first quarter. We get you back to the action to see how this defense can do on this upcoming drive. They'll start with the option. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. After 17-7 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Been a nice showing here in the first half for this defense. Will that trend continue? Time to find out. Now ETN to start the drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. ETN once more. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Here's Fuller with a catch. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
But to throw again is Lawrence. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence trying to throw the out route, and he completes it to Rudolph. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Lawrence. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. As it bombs away right there. That also So we're in the 3rd quarter. We'll see how this defense handles the upcoming drive as the offense takes over with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And they work this well upfield across the 45. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Robinson will try to pick it up. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Robinson with another carry. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. Perhaps one more stop could do it for this defense. They'll head out here with a 2-score lead in tow in this 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From midfield now, Lawrence. And his throw here is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Check, opposite.
They go play action with Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Lawrence, now this is Etienne on the draw. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Lawrence throwing the out route incomplete. It's Carr. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make...
Perhaps one more stop could do it for this defense. They'll head out here with a 2-score lead in tow in this fourth quarter. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
A good spot to be in for this defense. They'll head back out, protecting a big lead here in this fourth quarter of play. On first down, Lawrence. That's into the hands of Pascal. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And finding the tight end Rudolph. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Lawrence going to throw again. Throws this one right side to Pascal. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. Now Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Now Lawrence. He's got it. Touchdown. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chiefs, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.
DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We going honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Mama, I'm on the big screen. I took a big swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like I'm Mike. I've got no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it.
It's week 6 of the National Football League. And coming up, it's L'Jarius Sneed.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Early on in the game, first. See how this defense does on this drive. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Going back to Allen, he's got him again. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that we never lost the game. And this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Running on first down, Eckler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And the next-gen stats tell us he took it better than 30 yards after that initial contact. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but it led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete here.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Touchdown, Chargers. Jeremy Ruckert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable.
The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out.
Time now to see what this defense can do. Second quarter as the offense starts out 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Outright, he's got Ruckert. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 2nd and 5. Garoppolo finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. His pass complete to Ruckert. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now Garoppolo. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background.
So a 1st and 10 coming up for the offense here in the second quarter. Let's see what this defense can do. They started on the ground with Eckler. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. The 20. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler. The Charger drive about to get going. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Garoppolo on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. There's Garoppolo to throw. Connection made to Ruckert. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs going to go back up. Opening drive, 3rd quarter, and we'll see how this defense comes out of the locker room. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. He's got this to Williams, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Garoppolo. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. His kick is indeed good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Here we go.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Garoppolo now. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Garoppolo got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult.
Charger drive about to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Eckler, they run left side, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, I'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And the Chiefs are going to get him. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes his sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. Williams brings it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing now is Garoppolo.
That's into the hands of Eckler. And they'll work this down inside the 30. 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3. The Chiefs 39-yard line.
To throw is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. That is caught. It's Williams. Touchdown. Touchdown pass number 4. There's not a whole lot of margin for error for this defense right now. Trailing in the 4th, they need a stop. On 1st down, Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
It's Eckler again. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that
hasn't been the best performance by this defense. They've been picked apart all game long, so they'll hope to at least finish strong in the fourth quarter. Eckler now between the tackles. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the big play. 2nd and 6.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll go down at the 28.
49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And they take a knee.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Chargers, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to raise a bar, how to go large, how to take it to...
It's week 7 of the National Football League. And coming up, it's L'Jarius Sneed.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal weeks. We are in the first quarter. We get you back to the action to see how this defense can do on this upcoming drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first look is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there by holding him for a short game.
Right on target to Pitts for a Falcon first down.
Ready? Blue check. Misread.
They'll look to throw again. Campbell making the catch.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry.
Down inside the 40.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 15 carries, 89 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. And some room to roam now. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38.
They gash him in a big way on that last run, and defense fortunate to tackle him on the 2-yard line, but doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with the defense's plan. And that's the one thing the coordinator has to do and make sure the confidence stays.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Just power football there. Down. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Edwards. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was...
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, this jet sweep is so popular now in football, but Charles, here's the downside, a turnover.
Yeah, because you want so badly to get the ball in the hands of your receivers, let him try and create something. I think that when he took the handoff, he was thinking something big. Instead, he didn't feel the pressure.
Time now to see what this defense can do. Second quarter as the offense starts out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. 2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Back to throw again.
That's caught left side. The tight end Pitts. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they take a 17-14 lead.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
So a 1st and 10 coming up for the offense here in the second quarter. Let's see what this defense can do. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. we'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Titans on top as that one draws close to halftime. Kiki Cutie, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And that game's gone to the half, all even at 10-10. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And it's been the ground attack that's kept them in this ball game as they rushed for over 100 yards in those first 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And able to get this out to the 25. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Beginning of the drive, 1st and 10 coming up for the offense. We'll see how this defense does here in the 3rd quarter. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there. Henry. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. So we're in the 3rd quarter. We'll see how this defense handles the upcoming drive as the offense takes over with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Edwards. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
No surprise he was targeted on that play because you and I both know quarterbacks like guys who can catch the ball, but they actually expect that. They love the guys who do something with it after the catch.
Impressive making him miss on that tackle attempt. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And caught by London. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Swings this out for Hunt. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 17-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Again, it's Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs. Keep possession of the football.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw here. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they're going to get this up to midfield. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 115 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Check, pitch, blue, check.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, here's Henry. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Start of the drive here, 4th quarter, and this defense looking for a stop.
Okay, break. Ready.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Well, this was a good one. Excitement all the way to the end. You had the points, and then they were hoping for the miracle there on the onside kick. Couldn't get it recovered, and that was your ball game.
And I'm of the opinion that any time you actually do recover an onside kick, it almost is a miracle. It takes so many things going right to make it happen. It didn't in this case, and they walk off a victor.
So for Atlanta, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, 'cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it 'cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a bastard, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, 'cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a award, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Fourth down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried 'cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we can to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a 10 feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me Folger, soldier, flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky, hair stocky, leave him floppy, face naughty, talking all aki, think he big poppy, then I'll chop him down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me, it's obvious, you too sloppy, cheap copy, I'm rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, cause he shot rock, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boy stocks on the rise, Charlie. This flex know they ready. See, we were not around nobody way. We the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy Yanni at Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we're lit.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, it's Ladarius Sneed.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Browns in this matchup. The bottom line, there are not many defenses in the league that seem up to the task to slow down their ground game. But this might be one of them. And in everything that they have said and done this week, they feel confident that they're ready.
And I like how you set this whole thing up because it comes down to this to me. These first few carries, they're going to be exciting. They're going to be physical. They're going to be battles. Each side trying to establish control in this game.
Early on in the game, first quarter. Let's see how this defense does on this drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 19 carries, 108 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And some space here. Past the 20. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 6-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's first and goal. And Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run. They'll try the air now with Watson. Touchdown, Browns. David Bell. We are in the first quarter. We get you back to the action to see how this defense can do on this upcoming drive. They begin this drive with Chubb. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's Watson. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Time now to see what this defense can do. Second quarter as the offense starts out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well. You know, he's got to throw it better. Got to get more help.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. So a 1st and 10 coming up for the offense here in the second quarter. Let's see what this defense can do. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 3rd. On 2nd and 9, Watson letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Watson. He's looking deep for Bell. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the... Time now to see what this defense can do. Second quarter as the offense starts out 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A nice one. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Watson on 1st down. This caught out left by Bell. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Chubb will get the call running left. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Former first-rounder Clyde Edwards-Helaire ready to go. Beginning of the drive, 1st and 10 coming up for the offense. We'll see how this defense does here in the 3rd quarter. On 1st down, it's Watson. Flush to him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Defenders are always happy anytime they can sack a quarterback for a loss of 10 or more yards. There's an example there. High fives all around.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson wide open. Amari Cooper. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st down, Watson. Right back to Njoku. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Watson looks to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. Watson now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Watson on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a... The Browns drive about to get started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. From the gun, here's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Watson.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a counter, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1.
Tries the right side, and he finds Ben. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Kansas City,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And they will get another road test next week as they head to Vegas to take on the Raiders.
Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Got all the rings, stuff. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with Villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm painting. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's